This video will cover the basics of slope. It will be teaching you how to write an equation in slope-intercept form. I will also be covering how to find the slope of a line. To begin, what is slope? In as baby words as possible, slope is how steep a line is, or how far vertically it rises or falls, in relation to how far it travels horizontally. And yes, that is how baby it gets. Slope-intercept form would be in y equals mx plus b form. Y and x would both represent just different variables and can be interchanged. However, m stands for the slope of the line and b represents the y-intercept, which is where the line meets the y-axis. Those are also interchangeable, but you will most likely see them as m and b. For example, in the equation y equals 3x plus 4, 3 is the slope and y is the y-intercept. To graph an equation like this, we will be using points such as these. Remember, the first number is x and the second number is y. If you have the equation in standard form, you can change it into slope-intercept form. To do this, you must isolate positive y on one side. Remember, what you do to one side on the equation, you do to the other side of the equation. To isolate y, I add y to both sides so I can switch the sides of y. Then I add 4 to both sides, and I get the equation y equals 3x plus 4. In this example, we have a line. Now if you didn't have the equation, you could find the slope of the line by using the equation m is equal to change over y over change over x. Now we can make a slope triangle to show the change in both x and y. In this example, the change in x is 1 and the change in y is 3. Then we can plug it into this equation and we get m is equal to 3 over 1, which is 3. Then we plug it into this equation to get y is equal to 3x plus b, and the y-intercept would be 4. To graph this equation, you have to first start at the y-intercept, 4. Then to graph consecutive points, you have to go up once in x value and go up in y value by however much the slope is. It should look something like this. Change this equation into slope-intercept form. Remember, what you do on one side of the equation, you do on the other side of the equation. To begin, I added 14 to both sides. This makes the equation 4x plus y plus 14 is equal to 0. Then I subtract y from both sides, making it 4x plus 14 is equal to negative y. Then I divide both sides by negative 1 so that I can make y positive. This gives me the equation y is equal to negative 4x plus 14. Now, graph this equation. Please graph at least 3 points. To graph this equation, I begin at negative 14. Then, I raise the x value by 1, but because this equation has a negative slope, I subtract 4 from the y value, because the slope is negative 4. You should have something like this. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.